Right. Well, I don't know if we are live or not. Apparently, StreamYards have a little bit of issue with the connection. But anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? Just gonna take a few moments here and talk about some of my favorite characters that have come up from a comic company, namely Ghost Machine. Tonight, I'm going to be drawing one of those characters, Geiger. I was first introduced to Geiger, um, uh, say a couple years ago now, and Gary Frank and Geoff Johns put that out. Got all 6 issues of that, and I thought it was an awesome story. Really excited to also find out that it was going to be part of Ghost Machine, the new comic company um, that has some awesome creators on it that I greatly admire. And their Geiger is one of their flagship titles, drawn by Gary Frank and written by Geoff John still. One of the best looking books out there. Great, compelling story. And so I don't want to take too much time. Just basically, want to draw this character and try to do it some justice and draw it the best that I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn off my camera here, and I'm going to go full screen on my Here we go. So, like I said, I'm going to be drawing Geiger, and hopefully you can still hear me okay. Um, and yeah, so let me go ahead and um, get myself squared away here. All right. So, what is Geiger? Geiger is a post-apocalyptic story uh, in which a man um, is survives a end of world scenario and loses his family, loses his sense of being, who he is, what he is, and anything that he has is his books and a two-headed dog that um, he has taken on. And basically, the story is uh, the story of a gentleman, a man trying to find his humanity again. Um, so trying to find let's with that being said, let's go ahead and start drawing Geiger. All right. And obviously, if you have any questions at all about the drawing or um, the characters, I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Uh, can't say I'm an expert on Geiger, but I know that I guess, an expert fan because I do like the concept quite a bit. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and jump on in here. So, basically the character of of, uh, of Geiger is just a man, and he has these powers that are derived from they're like a nuclear based power, if I'm understanding this uh, correctly, and the only thing that control him is these rods that he has connected to. I guess they attach to the back of him. Um, so right now, I'm just kind of quickly laying out. The form of the figure here, and these rods that he has, like I said, they keep his power in check to a certain degree. So when he's when he is in his Geiger state, he glows. So in the book, they call him the glowing man. So just trying to establish the pose and the form here. Um, there's a lot to this. Well, I always find it difficult in a certain way to draw these hoods. I don't know what it is. Um, but yeah, drawing hoods is not always the easiest thing to do. But hey, we're giving it a shot, right? Um, so let's go ahead. So, from what I gather, the story takes place, I guess, its base of operations in the initial story was Las Vegas area in the desert. I don't know if he's in Vegas, if he's in Arizona. I don't remember off the top of my head. Um, but I know it's in the desert. It's barren. It's dead. They got like these people that have built their own little societies there, but obviously they're taking advantage of the people that are living there, debauchery and that sort of thing. Everyone's just fighting to survive. The everything is it's almost like a nuclear fallout type situation. Uh, I'm not trying to give away too much, but um, if you haven't caught like the first part of Geiger, I don't think I'm giving away too much because it's been around for a while. And yeah, so there are people there that are also like organ. Uh, I don't know. They're like organ, they're like almost like these zombie type of people. I forget what they call like organ harvesters or something like that, where um they find people and then they'll take their organs and then they'll replace like um they'll do like transplants on themselves and this sort of thing to help somebody because they're to help survive because they're decaying so fast. And so, like I said, just getting the form in. Then what I like to do is I'll go ahead and I'll turn that into a blue line. Now I want to pull up some reference um, to work with here. So let's see if I can find some good Geiger reference here. Um, all right, we enlarge this here so we can see it. All right, so I've got my image, the my reference pulled up. Um, you can probably see it right here. This is drawn by Gary Frank, and he is awesome. Probably one of my favorite all-time artists. Um, I actually like the stuff that he's been doing since Batman Year One, the alternate universe. Um, it was like a three-part story that he did. Then he did Shazam for a while, and just that line art that he's doing. Now, he's always been awesome. He was great at Marvel when he was doing the Hulk and stuff like that. But just the work that he's doing right now is just really next level, and especially um, with um, with Geiger, he's just definitely just kicked it up to a whole another notch. So um, put this back in there. Let's drop this one down. All right, so let's with that being said, let's go ahead and tighten up the pencils a little bit here. Let me make this pencil a little smaller. All right, so we're going to tackle this chest plate here in two parts. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of divide it down the middle. Um, what is this? All right. So this this breastplate here is where his chest cavity is. Excuse my voice. I've been hoarse uh, last couple of days. And he's got these little, I'm gonna call them clips. I guess that's where his cape comes out of, for lack of a better word. It's not really a cape, I should say. It's more like a tunic. Um, just trying to keep this as symmetrical as possible. So if you can see over here in this piece, it has like that nuclear sign, but it also looks like a skull. All right, almost looks Punisher inspired to a certain degree. So let's go ahead and just kind of sketch out that shape. It's a nice shape. It's very interesting, but it's probably the easiest way to really draw this is to tackle this in shapes. Um, it's a little complex, this uniform or this costume, I should say. So I don't know if you can see that, or it kind of looks like a skull. Right, so let's draw this pieces here. I guess this would be what would essentially be the rib cage. All right, so there's two plates, and then there's this other plate here, and I guess that makes up the rib cage and follows that. Yeah, we'll go and do the same thing on this side. I guess this must be some kind of rivet or something that keeps this together. These rivets. I know I'm not doing it justice, but doing my best. Difficult to do a drawing justice that was created by such an amazing artist as Gary Frank. So he's not an overly muscular character. So don't want to make him too beefy looking at all. He's going to be in his glowing man form. So let's So I guess the easy thing about this character is because he is glowing, I don't have to worry too much about making sure that I have all the quote unquote anatomy on point, and the rendering and stuff, um, because it just simply is not there. Um, so when you're drawing this character, he does the way that Gary Frank draws him, you can kind of see some hints of um, like textures of the pants that he's wearing. Um, but it's not really defined. And I've seen a couple of different other artists that have drawn this character on alternate covers. So depends on how you just want to tackle drawing this character, drawing Geiger. So how is everyone doing tonight? I hope you're well. Um, if you popped in just to see what was going on with my crazy little drawing live stream, I appreciate it. Even if you didn't stay, it's all good. So for those that may just be popping in right now, I am drawing um, Geoff Johns and Gary Frank's creator-owned character Geiger from the Ghost Comics title uh, by the same name. And trying not to do a super awful job. I mean, Gary Frank is just, he is a total just beast when it comes to drawing. So, Ghost Comics is, their philosophy is they want to create new heroes for a new generation. Uh, and they have lots of videos up on YouTube, a lot of great channels. So if you just type in Ghost Comics, you can kind of get their philosophy of what it is that they're trying to accomplish um, with their books here. It's all about creating uh, the next generation of heroes that are not necessarily based on capes. Some have powers, some don't. Um, but the story is always what is going to be the driving force. And they're looking to basically say, hey, what's the next generation of great, heroes are. I've heard them um, mention that uh, at the recent San Diego Comic Con, that their desire is to create comics where you can get on the ground floor of, just like, imagine being on the ground floor of when, Superman and Batman came out, and how exciting that must have been. But the difference is that the creators that work for them, okay, own the rights. These are their books. They have a vested interest in uh, having these comics succeed. And I'll be honest with you, I've picked up um, on the first wave of, of these comics, and I've been very pleased with not only how they look but the stories and everything. And I mean, they look amazing, to be honest with you. The art is top notch. The stories are excellent. The coloring, the letters, it seems like every person that's involved in this project really, really, really cares about what they're doing. They want this to be the best thing that they can do. So this is the type of work that they're putting out, which is pretty exciting when you think about it. So I'm happy to support that as an independent comics creator myself who puts out my own books. these are the things that I want to see, because these are philosophies and things that I believe in. Um, and it excites me, and it makes me thankful for um, being able to have comic pros out there that are dedicated to wanting to make new things and things that would appeal to new audiences, and um, they have some great creators coming on board. They got Francis Manapul that's coming on board doing some stuff for them. Um, Ivan Reese is doing a horror comic for them, which should be very interesting. I heard it's just amazing looking. I can't wait for that to come out. Um, but this is the thing. This is you want to take a risk, and to me, when you have a healthy uh, comics market with people putting stuff out, especially from major creators, you know, um, it it helps. It helps the pool of creators to continue to create. Also, I believe that it may even push Marvel and DC to you know start thinking a little bit outside the box, and try to get fans back in, because there's more choices, there's more choices to be had. So, if you've got $10 or $20 to spend on comics, uh, you're gonna be pretty uh, how do you say, discerning. You're not going to just want to throw it away on crap, on something that's not going to be any good. And then listen, say what you will, but Marvel certain and DC certainly have not done the very best job um, retain uh, new customers or old customers. Either they've lost a lot, you know um, through attrition, or just maybe people aren't into what it is that they're putting out now. So uh, you know so if you have a company like Ghost Comics out there that is saying, hey, we want to put out comics that we think people are going to like, and not only that, we want to make it high quality. I mean, these creators are all creators that were at Marvel, that were at DC, that worked on huge products. I mean, Brian Hitch, he was on Ultimates, and basically reinvent. He gave the look to the Marvel movies, essentially. So without where would we be without Gary Frank's contributions uh, to comics? Francis Manapul and his run on the Flash, uh, and other creators like um, what's going on with this cape over here? Got to do something better with that. Um, let me actually open up another window here. Hey, what's up? What's up, Piggy Kid? I'm over here drawing Geiger right now. Hope you're well. And I want to say thanks for popping in and joining in for a few. Appreciate that. Hello to you. We create another layer here. Pull out a red pencil. Gotta work on this cape a little bit. Make it flow. Make it do something flowy. So Piggy Kid, have you picked up any of the Ghost Machine books at all? All right, so let's go in here and start doing some stuff. All right, so let me pull out my inking tool. Let's change my color back to black. Oh, you know what? Let me do this. I did want to do some effects. So let's go ahead and do some effects here. Yeah. So on another layer, let's go ahead and draw some effects in there. And I guess that's enough effects. All right, let's go in and let's start inking this. All right, so let's pull out some black ink. Lighten up that a little bit. Lighten this up a little bit. Guess we can start it with the face. So the setting that I have, sorry, I'm going to pick the wrong tool. So I have a crow quill here set at Kolinsky? No, it's a Kolinsky brush, sorry. Let's go with the crow quill. And let's set it at 20. All right, so what we'll do here is we'll kind of like delineate a little the sockets of the skull. I get my glasses, I'm having a hard time. Yep. All right. All right, so let's work this out a little bit. You know, we're not going to be too gentle with it. And keep in mind that this is a skull here that is, in essence, it's backlit. So I'm not trying to make this an overly long live stream. So I really don't know how far we'll get tonight. But I do want to get some parts of this done. So I think I've mentioned this before that this brush that I'm using is a brush by Jimmy Reyes that he created, and it's up on his Gumroad, and you can download it. I think it might be paid, might be free. I don't remember how he's got it set up now, but it's very inexpensive, and it's a really good set of digital inking brushes because it really mimics the the feel or the look of a crow quill. So right here, I'm gonna use on these teeth because they're backlit. I'm going to kind of define them a little bit with a dark shape, and then bring them into the skull a little more. Just trying to keep it nice and loose and messy. You know, I would imagine this energy. He has such an interesting look. Like it kind of has that Ghost Rider vibe to it, which I like in the skull. That's always fun to draw. Another nice feature of digital is you can just mass erase stuff. Sorry, I'm getting a little quiet. I tend to get quiet when I'm drawing or inking. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe just finish out inking this skull. And then this would be like a part one. And then I'll come back and do a part two. They're just inking. So the difficult part is essentially done. This is all like window dressing to a certain extent. Switch to another tool here. Let's go with the multi-liner. Geigers. I don't know if you can see that. See that texture pattern right there? That looks like it is created. I mean, I think he draws the whole thing with microns, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm using a crow quill on that part right there with the skull because I think that was the tool that was needed. Draw out the blue line. Let's see what that looks like. Doesn't look too crazy. Kind of dig that. Yeah, a little bit more shadow here. All right, let's call that part one for the night, and we'll get back to this. Oh, where am I? We'll get back to this very soon. For now, I think that is going to do it for me. Thank you for joining me over the last, well, I want to say maybe hour or so. Um, it's been great. Not a lot of activity, but that's okay. I'm just glad that you're here, and I thank you. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Everyone have a great night and keep drawing. And by all means, please go out and check out the Ghost Machine comics. They are really something good and something most definitely worth checking out. So, from me to you, have a good night and be blessed.